Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and unlike my BTGG, today we're going to be talking about Blue Dragon, the titular leader of the Warriors of the Sky, and I'm going to be giving you a little bit more insight into whether you should be spending your crystals and investing in her, because she is one of the more expensive characters of the update. You can get her, well, you get her at 1 star automatically if you've made an account recently or if you've been playing for a long time as part of the pre-registration event. But then you're going to have to spend either 2,500 crystals to get her to 6 stars or a 6-star rank up, 6-star mega rank up ticket, excuse me. I went the route of 2,500 crystals, but a mega rank up ticket or individual 2 to 6-star rank up tickets also work. And then from there, you either use a mega tier 2 ticket on a level 1 6-star blue dragon to get her to tier 2, or you go down to the character menu and you sort of semi-gamble, spending 1,250 crystals to get 160 bios. You need at least 2, possibly 3, to finish her gears to 20, and then after that, you would spend a regular tier 2 ticket. So at the very least, you're going to need to spend a tier 2 ticket, a mega rank up ticket, and 2,500 to 3,750 crystals to get this character all maxed out. That is a big investment. So what do you get for your investment? Now let's take a look at the build and let's talk about it. We got a rank 1,000. She's got a lot of energy attack. You can see 5,800, and that's with no leadership and just a regular 3% team up. If we drag her over here and pop her own leadership, she's got a lot of energy attack. She's rocking 33,000 energy attacks. I think she has more energy attack than my tier 3 Luna Snow does. Well, just about 35,000. Part of the reason why her energy attack goes up so high is because her Sky Serpent leadership, say that 5 times fast, gives her the 65 with the debuff, but also it's her passive Dragon Claw. Gives her an extra 20% all attack, 20% all defense, 5% all speed. So she actually has very high defenses for a blast type character. The high defense plus the native guaranteed dodge 30% actually makes her pretty tanky for a character that doesn't have, you know, a ton of iframes, doesn't have a ton of immunity type skills. She does have 5 seconds of immunity on her 4th skill, which is really nice, and she does have 4 seconds here. And you'll see that because she has super armor, she also doesn't need guard break immunity for PvE. Not talking PvP, but you might want to consider her for PvP because of the leadership and things like that, but we'll get to that once we get her to level 70. My build is with an obelisk right now. It's 33% lightning damage, 19% dodge, and then a 200% proc. This is a very, very nice obelisk. I'm considering unequipping it for 600 crystals rather than deleting it when I eventually swap her over to a CTP. If you guys are wondering what CTPs might be good for her, I think Judgment might be good. I think Energy might be really good, and then maybe Rage would be good, but I'm not quite sure. I think she is easier to proc on a regular obelisk or sort of a traditional CTP, maybe like Destruction or something like that. I don't think she is like Shadow Shell. If you watched my last video on Shadow Shell, where it's hard to get all of the skills, squeeze all of the skills into one rotation. Blue Dragon has some pretty nice sort of snappy animations. Now, as far as the rest of the build goes, you can see cooldown and ignore defense are not capped, but they're almost capped, so it's basically whatever. And then she only has 146 crit damage, which is tough, but she's got 37% crit rate, which jumps up to 67% crit rate. So remember that. She gives herself 30% crit rate for 5 seconds with Spear Whip Strike. I cannot speak today. So you don't need to give her more than 45% crit damage max. So it would be very easy to cap out her crit rate and her dodge if you wanted to go with a CTP of Rage, because you can, you know, stop at 45% for crit rate, because she'll boost the rest of the way, and it'll basically be capped out for when you're actually in the battle. And so, yeah, let's take a look at what she looks like in some gameplay versus Ebony Maw and other world bosses now. I know we said we were going to start with Ebony Maw, but we're actually going to start with Cull Obsidian because I want to test her survivability. I don't think her damage is going to be very good here because he's going to cleanse a lot of the lightning resistance down, and he's also just a much tankier character than Cull Obsidian is, than Ebony Maw is. But I wanted to test this out because, first of all, her survivability is a question, so we want to find out how, you know, oh, she took a lot of damage there. We want to find out how she's going to do in that situation. And then secondly, I want to see if she can do enough damage to do anything impressive with without strikers. Because we are going to have to use some strikers against Ebony. Ebony is way, way, way too slippery to use without strikers. We're going to try to just proc on 4 because we've been accidentally procking on 5. and then we're going to use these last few seconds. I think I like this rotation a little bit more because it offers more protection. So you proc on 4, and then you use the rest of the immunity on 4 to do 1, 2, and then 5 gives you invincibility, and then you go right back into 4. I think this is a really nice, really smooth rotation for her, and this is what I mean about unlike Shadow Shell. Blue Dragon just has really fast animations, and she gets all of those effects done pretty quick. So you can see there's still like 2 seconds left. Her 5 has such a fast animation. You just have to get that cooldown as close to max as possible so you can spam 4. She got her own debuff, you can see there. It's just a little bit slow for her other skills, it's a little bit slow for the cooldown on 4 to come back. So that's the one thing that you can sort of proc early by accident sometimes. She definitely doesn't have the damage, but I think she has the survivability to face tank if you use this rotation for 4-2-3-5 or 4-3-2-1-5. And then you just need to figure out the damage with strikers and buffs and obelisks, CTPs, and the build, etc. So now we're going to take a look at how she does against stage 60 Ebony. This is a pretty high stage. It's the same as her level. And we're going to pop this, start with the 4, not get guard broken. Really nice. We did bring along strikers because we do need their help to keep Ebony mind controlled, because otherwise he's going to iframe and it's going to really confuse her damage output. Now, the sort of good thing / bad thing about Blue Dragon is that she does her 4th skill as a striker. So she unfortunately will not be able to give you that lightning resistance down. Sorry, Thor. Blue Dragon cannot buff you the way Electro does. The good news is that Sunbird does. Sunbird does his 2nd skill when he strikes. So that is a really good thing for... what do you call it? Fire damage strikers. That's the word I was going for. Yeah, fire damage strikers. Those things. Let's do the team up here. Oh, we were a little bit early on the proc. Now we're gonna miss this. Her other skills do good damage, but I think you definitely want to proc on 4. I think 4 by far has the best damage. We are just missing the proc, so that's kind of the bummer here. 5 you can't really cancel, I think, until the animation is over, and it's a non-skippable animation anyways. My SFX is not on, but it's still there. So yeah, basically once she's done the animation, you can go ahead. But I think sometimes you will proc accidentally on 5, so maybe getting her attack speed up a bit, or just getting her cooldown maxed out, or just waiting a little bit and using 5 when there's about 1 second left on your proc could help you sort of get the timing down a little bit better. There we go. We got the proc there. We're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 1. We're gonna do 5. And then the dragon comes up. There we go. Look at that damage. Half a bar easy with a regular damage proc obelisk. And she can just face tank Ebony, which is really nice. So the, very tanky blast type character. Again, not a type that we need a lot more of, because we have so many, blast female elemental characters in Marvel Future Fight. It's probably the most overdone combo type in the game. Like, the most overdone combination of characters: strong female blast, strong independent female. No, strong blast female elemental damage type. I would say by far. Wow, no proc. Interesting. Cool. But she gets it done. She's flashy. I love her animations. I really like the dragon more than the electricity. Like, we see electricity from Thor. We see it from Nebula. We see electricity from a lot of characters. But I really like the dragon. I really like the whip that she has. A sort of like, medieval weapon. That I really dig. And I dig the damage, too. I dig the damage. It's nice. So I think she's a welcome addition to your team if you... like the way she plays, you like her playstyle, and you aren't happy with other elemental damage characters like Rachel or like Emma Frost. I think she's gonna end up being better than those characters for PvE, or as good. And then she has some PvP potential with the other Warriors of the Sky because of the revive on Sunbird, and because of the damage reduction and the the damage reduction from Shadow Shell, and then the debuff leadership from what's her name? Blue Dragon. This one right here. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I can't wait to get them all to level 70, because that'll be the you know, that'll be when I can switch over their builds to PvP and test out if they can actually make some noise in PvP. But this is just a 2-striker clear. So that means that if your cards are worse than mine, you'll still be able to do this stage. Or if you want to, you know, if you have similar cards, you want to push higher, you have a CTP or whatever, you can go higher with a level 60 with just an obelisk or with whatever build you end up doing. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. A 4-minute clear with just Rachel and Weapon Hex. You won't get the same results necessarily with swapping Rachel for Scarlet Witch. Just keep that in mind because the all defense down is going to sort of, you know, negatively interact with one another. But 19 crystals. There you go. Let me know what you guys think of Blue Dragon. Let me know what build you want to see next on her, whether you want to go with Judgment or whether you want to go with Rage or Energy, or if you want to go for something, you're going to wait until we get a PvP look at the character. Hit me up in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you want to see Sunbird or War Tiger next. I'm guessing you guys want to see Sunbird next because he's premium and War Tiger isn't. But I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll let you know to let me know what you want to see. Hit me up in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.